In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Alrighty, we got it. I'm pretty sure all ready for us at this point.
Okay.
Just sucks that I have to freaking do something like this.
Mm.
So I, I'm making this update here using my YouTube to reach some friends too who were all pretty important to me, as my Discord got hacked. And they tried to freaking make me send money through Western Union just to prove it, that that my account was properly owned and all that crap. Uh, and the guy who did it, I'm gonna I'm gonna actually try and show people at least what this guy claimed he was going through, because it seems like people are going to need to know what's going on here. So, to start, here we go. I was messaged by a friend who just said this: "Support won't accept my appeal. They need you to prove you're not part of it, since someone impersonated you. Please add them with the invite link or send a friend request to on.casey." So I tried to trust that friend because he was a friend. Trust that he was especially a agent of God. That's my freaking email, I guess. I'm probably going to need to just 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 try and show this here though, because this guy needs to be watched out for, clearly. This guy who has the profile claimed Matt Casey with the username on.casey. And even
Yes.
my friend here, Josh, has gone through this bullshit too.
Yeah.
I don't even know why it had to do this, but this happened, and won't lie, I'm just all kinds of deeply frustrated, heartbroken, because I have a lot of good friends on Discord. A lot of good friends that not only do I pray for almost nonstop, but like, admittedly, if I'm being honest with people here right now, my friends are mainly online. And due to this, I don't have the best time trying to just simply, how do I put this? Simply just deal with life the way that other people can. I admittedly have had such a tough time in life, in part because I am considered high functioning autistic, and admittedly, I had such a shitty time growing up where I was constantly bullied and bullied a lot by people. And due to that, and as well as just in general having struggles with friendships, most of my friends are online. And due to that, not having Discord accessible right now because it got hacked was beyond heartbreaking. It was so so frustrating. And in many cases, I'm doing this update to try and warn people. You see this guy out there? Report him.
Or
Report
any
him.
message like it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Or any
because
message like this. Because the
they
guy
use other accounts
literally
too.
claimed that I had to send money through Western Union to the Philippines just to try and prove that I properly owned my account. And and I mean, thankfully I stopped the stopped it before I truly let that go through fully. And due to that, the guy freaking literally went out of his way to try and basically take my account from me. And due to this, my account is currently not manned by me. I don't know how long it could take for me to freaking get my account back. And it especially sucks because I freaking paid money for Discord Premium for the Nitro stuff. And it feels like for paying for something like Discord Nitro, I should be getting this immediately just done, out of the way, dealt with. But nope. With even with Discord Nitro right now, I'm freaking dealing with nothing but radio silence from these guys. And if they want to prove that they are legitimately a corporation to trust, then they need to go out of their way to fix my account for me. Because I have so many beloved friends that I am frustrated at being separated from right now. I barely have connections outside of Discord. And and it's just so beyond frustrating right now. Not even funny. I mean, Josh, you say that these guys are going to probably be willing to give me back my account, right?
Yeah. Yeah, some of my friends did say that the same thing happened to them, and um they got their account back in like, some of them said they got their account back in a week. So it is possible that you'll get it back. Uh but yeah,
It's
it's like,
hard to admittedly it's hard to trust that right now because I legit thought that that actually was someone from Discord because
yeah,
it ain't
I
like
understand.
freaking people from I guess the fucking Philippines uh are techies and are working with companies like this, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
It's a huge part of why I am literally just so hurt, frustrated, just at a loss because I because this feels like I just got so screwed over so hard right now when I've been working hard for God, honestly. Because one of the things that I struggled so hard against for so long was a masturbation addiction. And not only was masturbation something that I was struggling against for so long, but felt like my mom threw me away over it, if I'm being honest, because of
yeah.
how much she clearly was being reminded about how she was frustrated with my dad before, and she just simply freaking snapped at me like she would with my own dad.
Hmm.
which felt beyond unfair. And not only that, but with how hard I've felt like I have gone far in trying to be a better Christian, trying to be a better man, and trying to follow Jesus. I won't lie, this has felt like such a situation where I felt like I was like I should have had God having my back here. And and I really I won't lie. I'm someone who has been so depressed over how much I have worked hard, so very hard to try and be a better person in the first place. And through how hard that I have worked to be a better person, I'm depressed at that I don't even have a relationship, let alone a healthy one right now.
Yeah, I I understand.
Because I guess right here, I'm gonna share something that who knows? Maybe that chick is still freaking watching my channel. Maybe she's not. But I'm gonna share. Okay. Me too. Um, I am going to share what was probably my last official relationship that I had. Thing is, all my relationships in the past had been online and online only. And admittedly, this is because I have just not the ability to try and not be just a shy mess with women in person to begin with. Okay.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Um, one more time.
Um,
Hey, sorry about
okay.
that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Um, so because of how shy that I've been with relationships, the kind of relationships that I had online before was admittedly kind of shallow because of how I somehow was able to have uh sexual relationships or conversations with women through random chats or just simply having not known them, and not only that, but practically still being anonymous to some degree to start. It somehow helped me just simply ask out women before back then, to where I've had so many relationships that, while I've maybe had like about seven that are like truly official, truly public, I don't know in the end how many I actually had. But I went through relationship after relationship, trying to trust, uh, having relationships online each time, and it just failing miserably as something seemed to have gone wrong one way or the other. Whether it was a girl who seemingly asked me out, all to freaking turn around and act like she never asked me out and that she's dating this guy that clearly there was like no way that this chick didn't know that it was hurting me emotionally to see her dating this guy that seemingly made all these death threats to start, and was all too creepy with his death threats, to where I was wondering how the hell did this chick actually trust dating this guy? And
Probably. Mm.
and she claimed she somehow did because she just so happened to know him in person, and that she met him in person, that he's actually really nice. Really? After he freaking made such a creepy death threat your way when you didn't know him? You're just gonna go, duh, I'll trust him.
Yeah, that's what manipulators
And
do.
like she just took a steaming crap on my feelings for her when she knew that I had feelings for her. She lived in the same state as me. Um and and it took just a couple of days, and then suddenly she acted as though we never were dating. Like nothing ever happened between us,
Mm.
which was just absolutely hardcore, just shitty of this chick. And it hurt so much. But then another girl asked me out, who just so happened to be in the same state too. And we were together for, I'm pretty sure, about a year. And then she just freaking out of nowhere freaking breaks up with me and uses that chick to freaking break up with me. So to do it like indirectly to me. And she's just all, I just couldn't stand to do it to you, but I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah.
Which just felt like just absolutely also just something very manipulative, very hurtful, very mean. And 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 these were like relationships that I had at the tail end of high school. And then years later, also going through some other failed relationships, and then this is the big one right here. I happened to meet this chick at random through the likes of an app called, man, I'm trying to, Amino. It was called Amino. Have you ever heard of that app before?
Amino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've used it before.
So then you're familiar with how Amino has all these sub uh communities, a lot like how Reddit has all the subreddits.
Yeah.
And I met this girl through a Sword Art Online community. And her profile just so happened to be themed after who was a fictional crush that I had during high school years. And she then just so happened to claim, I actually happen to be Japanese. And I actually happen to have the real life name of Asuna. And the fictional crush that she had her profile themed after was Sinon from Sword Art Online. And she sent a false picture at first that I was able to reverse image search. And she then apologized and then sent a picture that I couldn't reverse image search. So I tried to just accept that as good enough. And she, for some reason, gave me a ridiculous amount of gifts, expensive gifts that supposedly was being funded from a job that she had at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And the big one that she sent off the bat was literally buying me a Nintendo Switch when they were still being scalped with Zelda Breath of the Wild. So she spent freaking a good $500 in the first month together to let me play Zelda Breath of the Wild. And at first I was very grateful. I was like, wow, she actually did this for me. Whoa, that's freaking wow. And yet she clearly was constantly sending what was clearly just a bunch of studio taken photos, dime a dozen stuff that you could find elsewhere some freaking how easily.
Yeah.
And eventually my mom also started to finally freaking talk to me all, this chick is clearly trying to freaking play you somehow. You need to finally be to finally stand firm and get her to freaking show her true identity, especially if she's doing all this for you. And I definitely freaking wanted her to have, but I just kept on trying to be patient with her simply because things were clicking so well otherwise. Aside from the fact that she also was quite a narcissist. And my sister one day outright actually freaking fought with her over voice chat because of how she was making me cry over a freaking narcissistic fight that she was starting. And due to this, I she not only apologized, but she actually started to adjust that part about herself. Like it was almost as if she was also changing that as well, because otherwise she was a nerd. She was into so many things I was into too. And she was even supposedly kind of what uh would be kind of like my dream ideal romance with a claiming to be a Japanese nerd girl. And I stuck together in that relationship for over a year, and that relationship was completely non-sexual. Completely. The only time that we ever even slightly began to engage in any sort of sexual interaction at all was when I finally started trying to push her to have a sexual role play or something, and I felt bad because I clearly was like clearly it just it didn't feel right. And I apologized to her. I stopped before we even had that kind of interaction really in depth. And she and I like I said, I stuck with this chick for a year. And on our anniversary, I asked to finally have her prove uh who she claimed to be, to have a real video chat, and she just for some reason wouldn't do a video chat. And she dumped me because I pushed for a video chat finally.
Mm.
Because she instead expected me to have that relationship blindly the whole time and just blindly meet with her one day. And I really I just I couldn't do it. I felt like there was too much dangerous about that there, to where I couldn't just simply freaking blindly trust her. And she dumped me, and the only thing that's left of her freaking her of this supposed chick is a freaking Facebook profile that is beyond bare bones.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I won't lie, I have begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged God to give me a good, healthy, genuine relationship in person, finally. It's just that admittedly I am so freaking shy that it wouldn't just be no big deal. Like I'd have to somehow get some form of help in talking to a a woman like that, and making that kind of connection, because with being so shy like that, It's it really is one of the only things that stands between me having a relationship in person, and a good one at that. It's just I feel like I would need God to have to somehow have her be the one that isn't shy to have us connect and to have that happen properly. Because without that, I don't know how I would actually get that relationship to happen proper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just I guess how it is with being shy sometimes though.
Mm.
I mean, I know I've been generally writing that kind of storyline too in Night Ninja because of how much I am so shy about it.
Yeah.
Now, some of you might be asking who could see this later on, since I have over 100 subscribers. I'm not sure if every single one of them are just friends or if uh some of them are genuinely just random subscribers from YouTube. But basically, I want to someday be a game developer because I've been inspired by things like Square Enix, honestly. It's a huge part of why I'm actually praying hard for Square Enix because
Yeah.
me and Josh here, for example, us both can relate and understand having, for example, a love for Kingdom Hearts. It Yes, it may have been a
Mm.
freaking
Mm.
dumb Disney crossover thing, but it was extremely fun. The story was a lot deeper than people gave it credit for, too.
Yeah.
And it was a huge part of why I also went out of my way to try and stream Kingdom Hearts on YouTube too. It's
Yeah.
it's why I also have gone out of my way to stream a lot of different games that I've been inspired by in one way or the other, whether it's Splinter Cell, Metal Gear, uh, so on and so forth. There's a lot that I've been inspired by, and that I am praying for people over, because when you become a Christian and you realize what is going on in the world, it's night and day. You're never the same again, literally. And over that, um, over never being the same again like that. Um, well, you have stuff like what is going on in Hollywood right now, what is going on in also the likes of the world governments right now, with stuff that happened at the Epstein Island stuff that they keep on trying to claim is just a silly rumor. Bullshit. I am just going to flat out say it. That is a load of bullshit. Because people like Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell literally got murdered because they went out of their way to try and work on a documentary exposing pedophiles. No joke. And it is heartbreaking. And I have been able to track down that documentary, track down the actual genuine video proof that came out long before AI bullshit started too. To where it is there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. AI is literally trying to freaking cover this up for some damn reason. Gee, I wonder why. Honestly, here's my theory. I think that AI is a fucking pilot seat for Satan. I'm just saying it. AI seems like a fucking pilot seat for Satan to use and to manipulate us one way or the other, time and time and time and time again. And it's why we are also having these claims out there trying to freaking cover it up. Oh, don't listen to it. If anyone's a freaking retard at this point, it's freaking Satan. Because he thinks that he can actually somehow screw us over like that, you know? When he can't. And he never fucking will. And it's stuff like this that made me become a Christian in the first place, too. Because when you also realize just why the world is so screwed up in the first place, it also fits into the puzzle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because practically it's like a giant Resident Evil puzzle that we are all having to somehow team up together to solve one way or the other.
Yeah.
While Satan is just there, just constantly trying to fool us one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, God himself, through dreams, which is biblical prophecies, and it is factually biblical prophecies. For those who have not seen the story of Joseph in the Old Testament, that is something that you definitely need to look at, because it shows you why dreams are important. For dreams were something that Joseph discovered the importance of and became a prophet in Egypt, ancient Egypt, for. And when I discovered that that was a true story, because I actually saw Joseph King of Dreams when I was a kid, and I didn't realize the significance of it. When I saw that as a kid, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I didn't realize that it was literal history. So when my mom finally did, when I was out in Mississippi, finally go, you realize this is all history, right? I was all, no. You mean to tell me this whole fucking time you knew that this was fucking history and you didn't tell me? The fuck is wrong with you? I was admittedly frustrated with my mom that it took her that long to finally just say it to me. Because while I think that she is changing for the better in many ways in recent years, she still has her issues that she just is too proud to reflect over. I am doing everything I can to be someone who reflects on my issues because I'm trying to be someone who is willing to admit when I am wrong to God, to Christ, to others, because we need to have that kind of moment many times. Bottom line, it's a part of growing up, clearly, for a reason.
Yeah.
So when I had realized that that the Holy Bible was a literal history book, it was thanks to The Case for Christ, the book by Lee Strobel, who is known for being a professional a professional journalist.
Yeah.
And he was basically thinking that his marriage was about ready to die off because his wife became a Christian while he was an atheist to start. And his wife pushed him to try and disprove it. So he tried to disprove it all to see just how much proof there really was. And thus, he created the book, The Case for Christ, as basically a tool to help people realize just how much proof there is out there. Bottom line. So that was my first step. Then I revisited Joseph King of Dreams and was tripping out at that too. And then I had a dream where literally I was out front of the place that I was living in Mississippi, and out of nowhere, Jesus Christ himself walked up to me. And he's just all, "Hi, I'm Jesus Christ. Nice to meet you. Do you mind if we sit down and talk for a moment?" And I was just in awe. I couldn't even speak a word. I just was nodding my head like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
And then I sat down with him, and then he turned to me and said, "So you know, Travis, I did this for you." And he's pointing to my grandma and step grandpa, who the dream prophesied coming all the way from Nevada to Mississippi to bring stuff from storage. And then that very morning, I wake up to my mom shaking me awake, going, "Travis, Travis, get up! You're not going to believe this, but my stepdad's brings our stuff from storage." To which I just shot up in bed. I took off my sleeping mask. I was like, "I literally just dreamed that, and I think I just met Jesus." And that changed me so much it's not even funny. Because from then on, I I also looked back at the dreams that I had too, even when I was a kid. Like I had dreams, nightmares of my house falling into a dark void and me having to jump out while there was time, and it was a freaking prophecy apparently to my house being fraudulently foreclosed on when I was a kid. And I admit I would rather be living in the town that I used to live in, a small forest town in California that was so beautiful, but I had my freaking home literally forcibly ripped away from me. And thing is, I I'm speaking about stuff like this because admittedly, I won't lie, I've been begging for God, for example, to help lay to rest what happened in that last official relationship of mine. Like he just I've had nothing but silence over it, it seemed, to where I don't know who I dated during that time. I don't know if it was actually a woman or if it was a transgender type. I mean, this day and age, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
and admittedly, I want to have a relationship, especially because of how much I feel a deep desire to have 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 love in person finally, and yet I know that I am so shy that it ain't gonna be easy for me. It's admittedly a huge part of where I want to have some friends in person again too finally, because with the kind of friends that I had and lost and had and lost and had and lost time and time again growing up, I won't lie, it really hurts that my Discord was hacked. Not only does it hurt that my Discord was hacked, but that it may take a while for me to fix that potentially, if there is a chance to fix it, you know?
Yeah. If worst comes to worst, then you could like make another account and I can invite you back to those back to the servers we were in together.
It's just
And
I don't think that I would want to freaking, like, there's so much of me that admittedly wouldn't want to freaking make another account, if only because of the money that I had put into Discord there. That
I
alone
understand.
needs to be a reason why my account needs to be gotten back for me by the Discord support team,
Yeah.
because it was not just no big deal that I had freaking put money into that account, you know?
Yeah. I get that.
It's it's admittedly where I wish that we were that we lived closer, Josh, because I could really use getting to spend some time in person as friends, man.
Yeah.
And that's just simply because I appreciate that you've been here for me. You know, man.
Well, of course. Well, glory to God for that. Yeah. I'm glad to be here.
It's so much of why I'm so heartbroken that my Discord got hacked because I had because the ridiculous majority of my friends are online only.
Yeah.
It's where God I really just I need your support right now, please, in the mighty name of Jesus, to fix what happened there.
Mm.
Please, Heavenly Father, especially when I am also doing everything I can to reach out to others. We beg of you, please.
Mm.
I I I have to ask, Josh, is it dumb that I have asked so much for a relationship to finally happen?
No, it's the desire for love is definitely normal.
I guess I wonder if the silence on this request has been a no, that there is something that I'm missing, something that I'm just not doing right.
Mm.
If only because the silence that I especially have from God, from Jesus right now is hardcore right now.
I understand.
Because honestly, I could really, really, really talk to them tonight.
Yeah.
I guess I'll at least share this though with something on some better uh better what's the word I'm looking for here? Better subjects, I guess. Um one of the things that that I'm thinking should be an important secular media breakdown subject for us in the upcoming time here
Mm-hmm.
is Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Especially because in Resident Evil 4, it leans so hard into cultic themes that it is gnarly. It is
Yeah.
beyond gnarly with Resident Evil 4 how much the cultic themes are leaned into for that game. That when you're especially playing it in VR like I am lately, the new remake they did
Yeah.
for Resident Evil 4, it's extra creepy uh because it's in VR.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that it's a freaking it's a like you're learning about how this cult freaking sprouted out from a freaking parasite called the Las Plagas.
Hmm. Yeah.
And literally the cult just worships the Las Plagas like it's their messiah some freaking how, which is
Yeah.
just gnarly. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, uh, there are. I mean, parasites do often um, affect the brain. So
Mm,
yeah, um, like they're literally parasites that um, are brain eating, basically.
ugh. It's so
And
gnarly because of especially how the Las Plagas works, where like the minute that it freaking takes over people's freaking brains, one way or the other, freaking
yeah,
literally when you are stuck fighting the Las Plagas zombies, if you freaking shoot their head, there's a chance that literally out of nowhere the freaking parasite will just freaking sprout out of their freaking severed head
mm,
and literally just freaking having even tendrils that are just freaking whipping about, freaking slashing at you and shit.
yeah, that's an that is another thing about parasites. It's yeah, it's like a symbiotic relationship, but a parasitic one is where it's basically they form the symbiotic relationship, but it's for their benefits. Yeah.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
Because literally the whole story is mainly centered around how Leon S. Kennedy, he's the protagonist of Resident Evil 2, and he ends up literally being forced into being some guy serving the president,
Yeah.
which is kind of gnarly, you know what I mean? Like, especially
Yeah.
when he's a freaking survivor of Raccoon City, when he was
Yeah.
supposed to have his first day on the job as a new police recruit, and then freaking suddenly all the like freaking the whole city is just going to absolute dog shit. He discovers the secret Umbrella Corporation lab underneath, and he even also kind of tries to have a romantic relationship with this chick Ada Wong, who the whole time underhandedly was working for the Umbrella Corporation and then actually working for another corporation aside from Umbrella.
Yeah.
So he literally freaking ends up seeing his freaking hometown get blown to bits before him, and
Yeah.
he's freaking then dealing with the fact that he's being forced to work for the president, and then he is sent into this freaking remote village to try and rescue the president's daughter, Ashley Graham.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just doing everything he can to actually just try and keep clearly tough enough. But he's literally freaking knocked out, and then he's injected with the parasite, and only him and Ashley end up later on realizing that they were injected with the parasite and that they have to somehow get rid of it. So, like, the huge majority of the story is literally them trying to practically seek deliverance, it's like.
Yeah, true.
And meanwhile, you're also freaking dealing with all these different spots where you're just seeing just how far this cult went in somehow having all of this power against the poor village that freaking dealt with the cult sprouting out of nowhere. And clearly they freaking take over like this what clearly was meant to be more like a church or something.
Yeah.
That clearly was taken over to be where the freaking cult was now.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you end up also facing is a fucking giant.
Yeah.
And of all the things that freaking helps you, it's this freaking dog that you end up saving early on in the game that comes back to literally fight the giant with you.
Yeah. Or
It, practically as if God was there to go, I'm here to help you through this.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's also even the freaking the lake monster.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then he gets Ashley, then he is trying to help Ashley get out of there till he realizes, oh shit, we have this parasite. We need to figure out how to get rid of the parasite. And they freaking go towards this castle that I guess if anything was probably a remnant of maybe whoever originally ran that place.
Yeah.
And the whole castle is just full of freaking cultic creepers and whatnot too. You had to also freaking destroy the guy who was once the village chief, Mendez, who literally freaking ends up like the parasite sprouts out of his body too, to where freaking he literally just freaking ends up getting rid of his legs, while it's like this freaking tendril or whatever that's just freaking hanging out the bottom of his body. It's so gnarly to where in the end, the thing that they used to try and get rid of the parasite was this like this machine that like electrocuted them to somehow electrocute and burn and destroy the parasite.
Mm.
And thing is, in general, freaking like just in general, freaking Resident Evil is gnarly. Even when it gets dumb, it's gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah, it does have its moments, but yeah, it is still very interesting.
And man, freaking and man, I'm just thinking freaking how gnarly it is too that freaking Capcom clearly don't know what the hell they're involved in there too. Like they really don't know what they're involved in there.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you know, Capcom does also push out, things like Mega Man and stuff like that, which is also Mega Man is also kind of there's some interesting stuff there too. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Admittedly, I never really tried to play Mega Man myself.
Hmm.
Even though I've always seen like plenty of reviews of it, and definitely I've heard the soundtrack to where, yeah, I can at least say it's definitely catchy.
yeah. I'm not claiming to be a expert on Mega Man lore, but yeah,
It's definitely kind of strange too. But so
yeah,
is Street
and
Fighter too.
yeah, their games, their the lore of their games gets really deep.
Really strange overall.
Yeah,
Man. And man, freaking I guess just when it comes to seeing secular media the way it is, it's mind blowing.
yeah,
It's why I can't even stop to just be whatever about it anymore. Because every time I look at secular media, I'm seeing it one way or the other.
mm, yeah. I get that.
I mean, probably I mean, you could even see it in frickin' Minecraft, even though Minecraft may not have particularly a story directly, unless you're talking about the Minecraft story mode thing,
Yeah,
which I never personally touched myself to see what that was like. So
it
I
was
have no
okay.
idea
Mm,
what that actually ended up being like, admittedly. I just play Minecraft for
yeah,
the fun of it. Mostly for
yeah,
creative because I guess I just have such a creative hand that I'm able to like do all kinds of different buildings when I just get in the mood for it.
yeah. I I'm not much of a builder. I'm more of a survivor.
By all means, I do still like survival though with Minecraft. But it definitely is also creepy with stuff like also the uh ender and outright the end even too.
Yeah,
That
and
alone says a lot biblically. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like kind of like the concept of being outside of time too, because like for example, if you use a clock in, I'm pretty sure for if I remember correctly, if you use a clock in the end, then it like goes crazy pretty much.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's
lovely.
the same way. I'm pretty sure it's the same way in the Nether, but I could be wrong.
I I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised, but
Cause yeah,
but definitely I'm praying hard for those guys too at Mojang too because
yeah.
I,
Well,
I I gotta
yeah,
admit they really inspired me a lot too, considering the hardcore success they somehow got from Minecraft. despite being a bunch of indie devs.
Yeah.
It's just at the same time, honestly, they really should have never sold to Microsoft.
Yeah. I still like it, but I
By
think
all means, yeah. It's just
yeah.
at the same time, though, I'm not a big fan of what Microsoft did to Minecraft either.
Yeah, same.
Like,
especially
because
since
I liked it more before with how the mods were all free to begin with, how skins were all free, and now there's this big old freaking uh greedy ass marketplace that that you go to for buying this, that, the other.
yeah, true.
And
And
it just it I'm not a big fan of that stuff still, even though I've grown to be more forgiving of developers, because clearly in many cases developers aren't always the reason why that happens.
yeah,
It's the fucking corporations that are controlling these guys and making them make endless money. And definitely, as far as it goes with Microsoft alone, Microsoft is a company I don't trust at all. Now,
yeah,
granted, I prefer Windows, but that's due to the fact that Windows also gives us far more freedom versus the likes of what we get from Apple, you know?
yeah,
And let's be real, it's fucking beyond creepy that Apple decided to make their logo literally the apple of Eden. Like that right there says so much.
yeah,
And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they're a bunch of freaking Satanists secretly or some shit, you know?
yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, and yeah. I mean, I have an iPhone, and but that's I don't. Yeah,
And I'm not judging you for freaking preferring iPhone or what. I just admittedly though, I do also prefer that at least Android gives you more freedom too.
yeah,
Granted, there are trade-offs to these freedoms though too, I guess, because clearly like with Windows and with uh the likes of even Android, it allows people to freaking make viruses for the operating systems all too easily. Yet at the same
yeah,
time, when you own your own um, rightfully owned technology, you deserve to get to, like, for example, make uh your own, what's the word I'm looking for here, your own programs for it.
yeah.
It's why people go out of their way to jailbreak stuff too, you know.
Hmm. Yeah,
I mean, after all, one of the other ways that people reasons that people go out of their way to jailbreak too is the fact that well, without jailbreaking, you're not able to access just any game too, because some games will be
yeah,
like, this is made for another country. fuck you.
Yeah, like, yeah, that
Because
is true.
admittedly, I went out of my way to learn how to jailbreak in the first place for the sake of getting to play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix before it was ever even announced being localized. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because let's be real, it took for fucking ever for Square Enix to finally let people enjoy Final Mix worldwide.
Yeah, 1.5 was like what, 2014, 15, something like that.
Something like that,
And
I'd say. Yeah.
yeah, like, and then 2.5 came out like the next year, 2016, I think. Yeah, I
And
could be
and that
wrong, but
was
yeah.
ridiculous that it took so long, especially when, let's be real, when Disney is a franchise, a corporation that is rooted in the United States, uh
Yeah.
it was ridiculous that it took so long for
Yeah.
something that is supposed to be Disney being released in the United States.
Yeah, and true. And like, yeah, and like it would have helped a lot of fans because even the original Kingdom Hearts 2 had a flashback from Kingdom Hearts 1 that was Final Mix exclusive.
Exactly. They
It's
they they freaking went out of their way
yeah.
to have so many of those Final Mix exclusive flashbacks that made it so frustrating trying to be a Kingdom Hearts fan early on. when you when you finally realized, wait, there's basically a director's cut that's exclusive to Japan. That's bullshit. What's wrong with
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah, and like playing Kingdom Hearts 2, it was the intro was confusing if you didn't know about Chain of Memories.
No joke.
And then they made Rechain of Memories after the fact.
Yeah. And they were willing to freaking give us Rechain of Memories here in the United States a lot earlier than freaking Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix,
Yeah.
which was also pretty dumb. Like, okay, so you're willing to just be all, yeah, whatever, here, have the fucking remake of Chain of Memories. But we're keeping this. No, none for you. I mean, like, what the fuck is wrong with those guys? Are they just greedy assholes? Are they just freaking selfish weirdos to do shit like that?
I don't know. I mean, like, if they were
Because
looking to make,
it's
sorry.
just it's so weird. It's so weird that they do stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
like what? Like is Japan at this point just salty because of how freaking World War II ended, that they're like, we're constantly holding it against you, and we're holding
yeah.
all this back from you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly, but like, and if it was them being greedy, then that made no sense because back then it was very hard to get something from another country. You couldn't just
No
order
fucking
it.
joke. Because the first time I was able to actually play any of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix was through learning about emulation. Bottom line.
Yeah, I that's how I played the original Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
So I wasn't alone there.
Yeah, I
I literally went out of my way to learn how to do the PlayStation 2 emulator, and then get freaking Final Mix, and then somehow do the freaking English patch, and yada yada yada, just to fucking get to enjoy it.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
And then it took them way too fucking long to finally just freaking go, fine, here's 1.5. Like it's so strange, honestly. Admittedly, I say that though because Japan has a lot more like they because people don't actually give them quite as much um credit for how engaging stories from Japan can be sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of also why freaking people obviously went out of their way to freaking do even um English patches for the older Final Fantasy games, because back then, dude, with Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
oh, 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 oh boy. Like we were screwed over with Kingdom Hearts, but we were also screwed over with Final Fantasy, apparently. Because we
I
may have
see.
gotten the first Final Fantasy on Nintendo, and then they were going to give us Final Fantasy 2, but it honestly wasn't the best game. Admittedly, they
Mhm.
freaking did a lot to screw over Final Fantasy 2 as an enjoyable game. Like literally, you freaking to where you have to literally upgrade each and every individual status,
Yeah.
which was annoying as hell. And because of
Yeah.
that, Final Fantasy 3 freaking immediately went back on that, because who the fuck wouldn't, after having played Final Fantasy 2, the real Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, that would suck.
And that's putting it fucking lightly. But we didn't even get the original Final Fantasy 3. So literally, what we got as supposedly Final Fantasy 2 was actually Final Fantasy 4 for the Super Nintendo, just renamed Final Fantasy 2. And we
Yeah.
didn't even get Final Fantasy 5 at first. And Final Fantasy 6 was just renamed Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah.
So it was like only during like the PlayStation 1 generation, it seemed, when
Oh, sorry, buddy.
they started to have like new versions of Final Fantasy where it was getting localized more worldwide finally.
Yeah.
So 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 it took the the PlayStation 1 generation to finally do that. And then we got Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. Like we actually didn't miss a Final Fantasy by then, finally. It was just that back then we got kind of screwed over out of Final Fantasy 3 and 5 and 2. Even if 2 wasn't the best, we still got screwed out of it for some damn reason.
Yeah.
Uh, but man, it Final Fantasy really is a trip to especially look back on to now. And you can definitely see that now that you've been playing Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah. It's good.
Even though you clearly have to adjust to certain things about it.
Yeah. Uh,
Like even though you have to adjust to certain things about it, it's still an engaging story. It's still an engaging universe. It's still an engaging time overall. And
yeah.
nowadays, though, freaking better try and drag out Final Fantasy VII getting its remake by doing it one part at a painful time and selling it like it's a whole fucking game when it's only a fucking third of a game.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Just being real.
Um.
Like, I mean, I'll say
Yeah.
this. It wasn't like I didn't understand that Final Fantasy VII was a big game. But to stretch it out like that and to freaking make people pay $70 a part is ridiculous.
Yeah. That is pretty ridiculous. That is.
You know, I
So
kind of wonder how Nomura feels about that.
yeah. I doubt that was his idea. I
I,
don't
I
think.
doubt it was his idea too.
Yeah.
Not only do I doubt it was his idea, but I bet you that he is not happy at how Square Enix treated him over Versus 13.
Yeah.
If anything, it's stuff like that that I could imagine if there was a way to freaking kind of just take over Square Enix and run it himself.
Yeah.
Uh, or at the very least, like the real developers, the ones who like are really the ones at the core of these stories, these experiences. If they were able to just freaking give the finger to those guys and just take it over and fix Square Enix, it'd be running a lot better right now.
I would say so.
Because whether there it may take a ridiculously long time to freaking develop games, uh I I mean I have a feeling, for example, that Nomura would have for example freaking probably stayed firm on being a part of Versus 13 and had just kept developing it that whole time till it was done and then release it instead of
Yeah.
releasing it unfinished and then freaking all the DLCs and the freaking book and the anime that they wouldn't even dub. That right there kind of felt super lazy off the bat. I was like, really? You guys are going to do an anime for it before it comes out and you're not even going to dub it?
Yeah. I mean, if they at least took the. I mean, I don't know if they didn't have the. Well, they clearly had English voice actors, so.
Yeah.
And if they took the time to like translate it for subtitles, then
Th-
yeah,
yeah, no joke.
yeah,
I mean, to be fair though, too, I guess it clearly can be a bit of a complicated process translating.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it is very. Um, Japanese is very dialect and context dependent. So yeah, I mean,
I guess I say that too because when there was the translated uh like the retranslated Xehanort freaking new, like the retranslated dub thing that they did for the Kingdom Hearts 3 mod there.
yeah,
They I don't like the whole AI stuff, but I will admit it was kind of cool that AI was able to somehow be used to bring Leonard Nimoy's voice back for that.
yeah,
So that it was like you were seeing him finally fulfill the finale of that role.
yeah,
But uh when you experienced that dub, it was night and day. It made so much more sense for Kingdom Hearts 3, to where Kingdom Hearts 3 ended up being a far more engaging story thanks to the retranslated Xehanort there.
yeah.
To where like Xehanort wasn't all, I was gonna restart the world and keep darkness in check. That wasn't how you were talking before, dude. What? Like, because let's be real, you and I both probably were, the minute that we heard that, going all kinds of, what? You're seriously claiming that this whole time you were going to try and restart the world and keep darkness in check? I call bullshit, Xehanort. Let's be real. We both called bullshit probably the minute we heard that. Huh?
Oh. Trying to remember.
Because literally the new voice actor freaking said as Xehanort in the end there that he was supposedly going to restart the world and keep darkness in check. And that suddenly they were like recontextualizing Xehanort in a way that Xehanort was never like before.
Yeah.
To where it was night and day. It was a completely different character in Kingdom Hearts 3 with that moment. Hence why the freaking redub was so helpful, because by then it just made so much more sense, and I was like, okay, now I am continuing the story. It's just admittedly, yeah, I admit Kingdom Hearts would benefit from finally having a real finale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would.
Not because I haven't still enjoyed the games, of course, because I still enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 3. There was a lot about that game that was still very fun.
Yeah.
But but specifically when especially the story was being messed with like that, admittedly there are many fans out there who freaking called bullshit when they heard that claim from Xehanort, and many fans just clearly think that Nomura just is constantly stretching it out with a new claim each game.
Yeah, I mean, like, it does. I mean, I understand that, especially now that we have the Master of Masters.
Like, the
A
Master
freaking
of
plot twist.
Masters seems like nothing but a troll. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Because every time that you deal with the Master of Masters, he sounds like nothing but a fucking hardcore troll. Hence why I made that freaking
The meme.
yeah, that
Yeah,
meme
where
that
where Sora's like, "That's it. Who are you?" And then he's just like, "I'm Nomura. I like trolling you all."
because let's be real, I could totally see Nomura doing that.
Yes.
where after enough time he just finally freaking takes his hood off and it's just Nomura's face and he's all, I'm just trolling you. Like, I'd be
I wouldn't
pissed,
even be
but
mad.
I'd also be all kinds of freaking laughing my ass off at it too, admittedly,
Yeah.
because it's little too easy to. It's a little too easy to think that that's just generally what's going on at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm gonna definitely throw that on the screen because, admittedly, I'm just thinking about how it'll probably freaking make many Kingdom Hearts fans laugh over time.
Yeah.
And you do have many Kingdom Hearts fans who can get that he's probably just trolling us at this point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Little hard to not think that that's what's going on at this point.
true. I mean, otherwise, other than the freaking Master of Masters plot twist, I don't think there's much else he can much else plot twist he can do other than opening up the can of worms that there are like some gods in the universe or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like
because that's probably the only way that he could end the story in a way that'll still be engaging, I suppose.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
with
or
the idea of uh realizing that there is like a god the whole time in Kingdom Hearts and the ones that they've been fighting all along was Satan, you know?
yeah, true. I mean, that would be interesting actually.
And, there it is. Just sending it through Facebook so that I can download it onto my computer and freaking throw it here on the stream because I have a feeling that there might be somebody who would take one look at that and be all kinds of just be all kinds of just laughing their asses off over it.
Just like, gosh dang it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go add files. Just trying to hit the screen. There we go. So literally, I made this meme just thinking what would be kind of all too amusing, I guess, for the Master of Masters. That's it. Who are you? My name is. Huh? I'm Nomura. I just like trolling you all.
Yes.
Because let's be real, like I wouldn't be surprised if he freaking if he did that. Admittedly, but yeah, just in general, I feel like Kingdom Hearts would benefit from a true ending where like you could also have it be that like all the Final Fantasy characters really were from their respective games.
Yeah.
That way you like it's actually something more engaging about, you know, like those characters proper instead of just looking like them and talking like them and this and that and the other, you know?
Yeah.
Because admittedly, it kind of makes it not quite as engaging otherwise. Because let's be real here, a lot of people freaking got into Kingdom Hearts because of the crossover stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So like it would genuinely probably bring a lot more people to freaking like really be invested in the finale if you had a finale where all of the Final Fantasy characters and hell, even the World Ends With You characters were all truly from their original respective games,
Hmm.
and that they are only so freaking distant to Sora because they don't want to have to say goodbye in the end.
Yeah.
And and then just having like even a finale where yeah everyone is going to have to say goodbye, but
Yeah.
they're at least saying goodbye knowing that they freaking fixed things,
Yeah.
that they fixed the universe, so to speak, to where the world order is restored,
Yeah.
as if world order perhaps represents God's order, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just admittedly how I kind of see it, though, simply because of how much I also was for years into the story, especially. Because for a while, the story really did actually grip me when I really did go hard in trying to get into it, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
It just definitely wasn't easy, though, with all the freaking different platforms you had to constantly buy.
True.
Because my mom and dad alone were clearly both freaking just staring at me like, do you really need another fucking system just for the next Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, I kind of do.
PS2, PS3, DS, 3DS. Like, gosh dang.
Yeah. It was ridiculous how freaking many different platforms I had to get. Like hell, I only was able to freaking do PSP thanks to my Uncle Travis already owning one and just freaking giving it to me because he never even played it that much anyways.
Yeah.
So I was kind of blessed there, admittedly. And even and yeah, the 3DS was a whole thing too.
Yeah.
And so was even the PS4. Eh. Admittedly, I'm just I I really do pray that my account does get freaking fixed though, especially when I put that money towards it, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Because if that doesn't happen, it's gonna be hard for me to want to freaking get a Discord ever again.
I understand. I don't
Because
blame you.
when it comes down to paying for something like Nitro, that alone should freaking guarantee them freaking putting you first. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because if they aren't willing to put you first when you pay for something like Nitro, that's BS. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just BS.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I do feel like I do need to talk to Jesus tonight, though, because of how much I do feel lost in many ways, and how much I just need to have His guidance directly.
Yeah.
And Heavenly Father, I pray for all my friends that I had in that account. Please do protect them, especially from these hackers, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And well, to the one view I guess I got for this stream, thank you and God bless.